Hi, everyone. Welcome to another week of Check It Out, where I recommend titles for you to learn from, connect with, and explore. This week's title is Gone to the Woods, Surviving a Lost Childhood by Gary Paulsen. This is a nonfiction autobiography. When I heard that Gary Paulsen had passed away last week, I couldn't help but think back on all the amazing adventure stories that he's written over the years. Stories that I read back when I was in middle school that I can remember vividly because of his writing style being so thrilling, but also relatable. I wondered what kind of life he had that allowed him to be able to tell such interesting adventure stories so well. So I picked this book up because I thought it was just another of his adventure stories, and it is an adventure story, but I didn't realize that it was actually his story. Paulson's autobiography, which is told in the third person, is broken down into 5 parts. Each describes a different turning point in his life. So it's clear from very early on that he drew heavily on his personal life for the material in his stories. His childhood was spent, his early childhood, with his mother in Chicago during World War II. She would work at the munitions plant, and then afterwards they would go to bars, and she would bring her son with her, and she would sing for the men. The boy, as he's referred to throughout the story, sings to draw the men in so his mother could make tips. When his grandmother in Minnesota found out about this behavior, she asked for him to be put onto a train and sent to Minnesota to stay with a rotating schedule of extended family members. During this time, he's taken on a canoe trip, and that's where he falls in love with nature. He learns different survival techniques, and these themes are so evident in the stories that he wrote. As a young man, he would eventually need those survival skills that he learned, fleeing his abusive, drunken parents and seeing active combat in the army. Even though there are some difficult topics in this story, the reader has hope knowing that everything turned out all right for this beloved author in the end, which I think keeps you going. This is a really easy to read, reads like fiction, but it's nonfiction kind of book. Great introductory to by reading a biography. Themes in this book are coming of age and survival. Read-alikes, I would suggest Brave Face by Sean David Hutchison and Hey Kiddo by Jarrett Krzalska. So with that, I hope you found something to book up your week. Thanks, everyone.